Hello dear students. So yet again I come back with another class. Today's class is on pie chart, which is one of the topics of graphical representation of data. So like you have represented a numerical data in the form of a bar graph, then it has been given as a class interval. We have done it in the form of a histogram. Today we are going to learn about pie chart. So here I have a data which gives the marks obtained by a certain any student on the with the subjects English, Hindi, Math, Science and SST. Now you have drawn a bar graph with this data. So we are going to also represent it in the form of a pie chart. So bar graph, pie chart, they are basically pictorial representation. Bar graph was in the form of a rectangle. Pie chart is in the circular form. Okay, so basically we are drawing a circle and different parts. These are all pies, right? So how much does each pie represent? Like which part of the circle does represents the marks obtained in English, Hindi and so on. That is what we are going to represent in a pie chart when we express this data in the form of a pie chart. So how do we start with it? The first thing that we have to keep in mind is we are basically dividing the circle into different parts, each part representing the marks obtained in each subject. So we should know what is the total angle at the center. So total angle at the center is 360 degree. All of us know that, right? It is 360 degree. And what is the total marks obtained by the student? So we should add all of them. So 120 plus 90 plus 75 plus 105 plus 150. So 120 plus 90 is 210. 210 plus 75. So 210 plus 70 is 280. 285 and 5 is 290. 290 plus 100 will be 390. 390 plus another 100 is 490 plus 50 is 540. So total marks is equal to 540. So basically 540 marks represents 360 degree at the center. So how much does each angle, does each of the marks of these marks represent is what we have to find out. So we call them as central angles, like how much angle at the center. So for English it is 120 marks. So how much does angle does 120 represent at the center, the central angle? So you can do it by proportionate method or you can do it by unitary method. So basically it is 120 out of 540. So how much out of 360? So 120 by 540 into 360. We can cancel the zeros. Both of them are divisible by 18. 2 and 3. So 3 ones are 40. So this is 80 degree. Right? So basically what are we doing? 120 out of 540. So how much out of x out of 360? This is the proportionate method or if you are using unitary method, so 120 out of, so basically it is 120 out of 540, right? So if the total is 540, it is 120. If the total is 1, it will be 120 by 540. If the total is 360 degree, you have to multiply this with 360. Same thing, that is what we did over here. Here also product of extreme. Extreme is 120 into 360 equal to 540 mean. 540 into x. So same thing. Either you do it by unitary method or you do it by proportionate method. So similarly, let's calculate for Hindi. 90 by 540 into 360. Same thing. 2s are, 3s are. This goes 30 times, so 60 degree. Next one is maths. So 540, 360. Cut the zeros. 2s are, 3s are. 3 goes 75, 25 times, so that is 50 degree. The next one is 105 by 540 into 360 degree. Same thing, 2s are 3s are, and 3 it goes 35 times, so this is 70 degree. Again here 150 by 540 into 360, 0 0 2 3 50 100. Now whether your calculations are all correct, how do you know? These all angles should sum up to 360 degree because the total in this case is 360 degree. So 80 plus 60 is 140, 50 plus 70 is 120, 140 plus 120 is 260 plus 100 is 360. So that means my calculations are correct. So now that we have found the central angles, we have to draw the pie chart. How do we do it? We start with a circle. So you have to draw a circle, any radius. It should not be too big or too small. Just a medium size with any radius, draw the circle. Take the center, draw any radius, any straight line. First angle is 60 degrees. So place your protractor. You will having your protractor. Place your protractor here. So with protractor 80 degree is the first one. So draw 80 degree. This represents English. Right? Is it clear, everyone? So we draw a circle, take the center, draw a radius, which is a straight line. And taking that as the base, we draw the first angle, which is 80 degree. Okay, now once you have drawn this angle, place the protractor here and draw the next angle, which is 60 degree. So this represents Hindi. Now, once you have drawn the next angle, place your protractor on the next one and draw the third angle, 50 degree. So 50 degree, this represents maths. Once you are drawn with the third angle, now the angle arm, place your protractor here, draw the fourth angle, that is 70 degree. So this is 70 degree, this represents science. Now we have drawn all the 4 angles. Automatically the fifth is going to be 100 degree. If you measure this, you will see that it is 100 degree and it represents social sciences or social science studies. Okay, so I hope it is clear. You can pause the video here and look at the calculations and repeat the video to see how do you construct the pie chart. We will try solving 2 more sums so that you get a better understanding of the topic. So this is another sum where you have information about the expenditures, percentage expenditure in any company. Under the heads, wages, fuel and power, materials, maintenance and depreciation. Okay, now this data we have to represent in the form of a pie chart. So we are going to do the same thing. Percentage means out of 100. So this is 40%, 10%, 25%, 20%, 5%. So if I add all of them, I will definitely get 100%. So 100 is the total. Like as explained in the previous sum, we have to find the central angle. So here the total is 100. How much will it be out of 360 degree? The same concept. So 40%, 40 by 100 into 360. Cancel the zeros. So this is 24 and 2, 12 and 2 is 14. So 144 degree. This one is 10%. So it will be 36 degree. Next is 25%. So 25 and this can be cancelled, it is 90 degree. 20%. So 10% is 36, this will be 72 degree, 36 degree, this is definitely going to be 72 degree, and 5%. Let's see, 10% is 36, 5% will be half of that, 18 degree. Now let's add all of them to check whether my calculation is actually correct. So 144 plus 36. 6 plus 4 is 10, it becomes 150 and 30, 180. 180 plus 90 is 270 degree. 270 degree. Sorry, 150, 260 degree, right? 144 plus 36, this is 150, 150, 180, right? It should be 270 degree. 270 degree, and this is 72 plus 8 is 80, 90. So 270 plus 90 is 360 degree. So this is 36 degree. So now the same process repeats. You have to draw a circle, take the center, draw any radius. Then we'll start with the first angle, 144 degree, which is an obtuse angle. So this is 144, this represents wages. Then we place the protractor on this, and next angle is 36 degree. We draw 36 degree. This represents fuel and power. Then we place the protractor on this line, draw the next one, 90 degree. This represents materials. Then we place the protractor on this, draw 72 degree. This represents maintenance. So automatically the last angle will be 80 degree, which represents depreciation. I hope it's clear to everyone. We'll do a third sum where I will not be explaining how about this part, but let's do the calculation till the central angle.